Record the computer. All right, guys, we are going to get going. And I'm going to pull up my notes. Happy holidays. We're in the crunch time. You guys are super committed if you were on this call tonight. We were just talking about how it's the folks who put the work in now that really see the results in January, February, and March. You're going to be surprised at the enrollments you get over the coming months, and you're going to ask yourself, gosh, where did that come from? And it's from all your work, from being on a call on a Sunday night, the day before Christmas Eve. So guys, we are super excited to roll out to you our own intimate 30-day challenge, thanks to a number of people in the group who've collaborated with us, but specifically I want to say Tammy Fry and Jennifer Bartram, who've really led the way and leveraged their success and their previous 30-day challenges and their content. So before we jump in, and you're probably wondering, why have I been selected for this? Because you're all leaders and you all want this, and you're taking action and you're committed and you're engaged. And that's what we're looking for in making this a successful 30 days. And you may be asking yourself, well, why are we doing this separate from Residual Rockstars? They're already doing one. I can tell you from past experiences, as the groups get bigger and bigger and bigger, you lose intimacy and you lose engagement. And so for no other reason, we're breaking off and doing a smaller group, because we have a large team of critical mass. And if each of us plays a critical part in rolling this out over the next month and a half, you're going to get more engagement from your personal prospects that you've put into that page, because they're going to see your activity and your engagement versus being in a much larger page with a lot of other people where it gets kind of watered down and drowned out as far as your voice. We know that people are just more engaged and more responsive in an intimate group if we all engage and we're held accountable for what we commit to. So before we jump into that, I do want to give a couple shout outs, and I'm going to mute everyone. So Tammy and Jennifer, just take yourself off of mute when you're ready to speak. Why isn't it letting me mute you guys? Hang on a second. Okay. For some reason, it's not letting me mute everyone. So if you're not on mute, go ahead and mute yourself out. Okay, great. Okay, so before we jump into content, the first thing I like to do is just give some recognition. So Jennifer and Tammy have been huge in the evolution of this project that we're rolling out. We're really duplicating a lot of the work that they've done previously, and they've been hugely successful in creating culture and community within their groups. And many of you have been a part of many of our 30-day challenges we've done with the large group with Residual Rockstars and with Renee Schreibman that have also been hugely successful, and we've leveraged a lot of that. So I just want to give a huge shout out to them. We spent a long time on a call on Friday, and you'll see why when we throw out the content, but also to Melva and Christine Manukin, who were on the call as well, and really committed and engaged in sharing their insights and their 2 cents on how to make this most successful. So as we present this to you tonight, take notes, and if there's feedback or ideas that you have to make this even more impactful, maybe you've seen it in a different accountability group, and you think that it would work really well with ours, please let us know. It's not too late to tie in new content. And then I want to say that Tammy and Stacy Matsuoka worked very closely together in actually creating the visuals that you have for the event that we're doing. And I guess I don't know how you guys do it. I think Stacy, I think you did it. Stacy may not actually be on the call right now. I know she's got a big restaurant launch tonight, but she actually designed the logo for our program. And Stacy was on the call with us as well and really mastermind with us. So it was really for hours. I think at some point we just stopped recording because we're like, nobody's going to watch this. But Stacy gave us her 2 cents, and Christine and Melva, even though they were at work with their earbuds in, and then Jennifer and Tammy, and really cranking out the content. But again, Stacy and Tammy were 100% responsible for the visual that you guys have, and they're going to roll out some more for us as we go. And also Christine, for just having the foresight to tie in the corporate images and the corporate promotions that are being launched in January, and using their visuals and leveraging that with our 30-day. So one of the things you'll see that I'm offering people in our 30-day challenge is weekly calls with a dietitian and physician. Well, that's not our group. That's Isagenix. If you go back and watch the Zoom call listed, that's something they're offering in the first 30 days of January. So we're leveraging their resources. They're also offering exercises and recipes. So go back and watch the Zoom that I posted in our group if you missed it. So that's a little bit about the work behind the work. And then I also want to give a huge shout out to Jenny for 4 enrollments. You guys know I have a promo going for 5 enrollments in this the last 3 weeks of December for an event ticket for your next event. So she is closing in. Jennifer Bartram's right behind her with 2 enrollments for the month, and many of you have 1. So just keep that in mind that I think there's like 8 days left for you to capitalize on that. So without further ado, I'm going to jump in to what we're rolling out to you guys. And I want Jennifer and Tammy to, feel free to chime in anywhere. But I just want to kind of paint a broader picture for you, what we're doing and why we're doing it. And hang on one second. I've got a message here. Okay. So the bigger picture, you guys know I'm very business opportunity focused. I'm very focused on the financial opportunity. Rarely are you going to see me this knee deep in a program for a 30-day challenge. However, this time of year is the biggest time of year for our New Year's resolutioners, people who are looking for results, people who are looking to feel better. And so this time of year, I do get really focused in on recruiting for products because we have a captive audience. And also, I think working with Jennifer and Tammy, we've created a template that you guys will see in a couple of minutes that's going to be duplicatable. And I think the vision is that we can run more of these in the future, and it'll be very much plug and play because we've got the template in place. So what is it? So we're going to work together as a group, and we've solicited you guys to support it so that it's a group effort and it's not a lot of work for anyone. It's just like our residual or leveraged income model that we work together and our collaborative efforts create a bigger result. And so that's really what we're doing with this. It's going to run for 30 days, starting on a Monday, January 14th. And each of us is going to have some responsibilities that I'm going to run through with you guys in a couple of minutes, but there's some pre-work that needs to be done beforehand. We've got to feed the page with interesting information, and, create interest. And so I'm going to walk you guys through the flow of the page where each of us is going to have some responsibility to really feed the page, create interest so that we're out there recruiting and we're putting our prospects into that page as we're feeding content into it, creating interest. And then as we get further into January, we're going to do some Facebook Live overviews. So I'm going to do a live overview, and then a couple days later, Stacy's going to do a live overview where we're going to talk about what to expect in the 30-day system. You guys, many of you have seen my Pillars of Health overview for Isagenix. I'm going to do the exact same thing on this private page. So it's important that you funnel your prospects in ahead of time and let them know of the day and time, which we'll share with you guys in a little bit, when the lives are going on, so that they can just jump in their jammies and learn about what they're getting themselves into, or maybe they haven't bought a box yet, but they're interested. Give Stacy and I a chance to really speak to them about the system, and it'll give them an opportunity to ask questions about what they're potentially getting themselves into. And then we are on our next team call next Sunday. We're going to overview the 30-day challenge to the larger group. So you guys are all on the call tonight. as leaders that are going to actually help build the page out and have responsibility in creating engagement. But then we're going to pull in the rest of the team and your downline, and we'll give an overview. And then the challenge will start on the 13th. And so each of you have been paired in groups to support the challenge. So let me just take a step back. The vision is the first 12 to 13 days, we're creating interest, we're doing videos, Facebook Lives on what to expect, we're doing Q&As, and then we dive in. And there's going to be content that's posted every single day to support and motivate people who are on the 30-day challenge. And Jennifer has graciously grouped all of us into groups of 3, so that on any given day, one group of the 3 is responsible for making 2 total posts, which means that out of the 3 of you, only 2 of you needs to post. And each day has a different theme, and I'm going to review all of this with you in our Google spreadsheet, and you don't have to write any of it down because we're going to give you access to the spreadsheet so you'll know when your day is. Each day of the week has a different topic, and if you're, depending on which group you're in, you're going to be posting and supporting within that topic. And you're going to be in a group of 3, so it's the 30-day challenge will go for 4 solid weeks, which means that you're in a group of 3, you're posting once a week, so that's 4 times a month, and you're in a group of 3, so you're not even posting every time. Someone else may be doing the legwork. Our suggestion is that you pair up with that group of 3, maybe through a Facebook Messenger thread, and you guys agree on who's going to post when. You can kind of delegate that responsibility and get to know someone else on the team, okay? Again, I'm going to review some of that with you in a minute, or maybe I'll have Jennifer review those topics with you guys in a minute. And so you're going to be paired. You're going to work through that and support the challenge. Now, one of the things I'm going to do and Jennifer's going to do is we're going to overlay a couple of other interesting things throughout the 30 days. So I'm going to provide free product for some raffles for the first person to enroll in IsaBody Challenge and post their confirmation of enrollment. Jennifer is going to lead a movement once a week, and she can maybe speak more to this, but they found that it was really successful in their previous 30-day challenges, where each week they highlighted a movement challenge, and she'll kick off that movement challenge with a Facebook Live once a week on Sundays. And then if you'll recall, each of us is responsible for 1 day a week in your group of 3. And so as the week goes through, each group on a given day, one of you needs to decide who's going to go Facebook Live and do that movement and record it in Facebook Live. And Jennifer, I'd love for you to touch on that. Why don't you go ahead and touch on how popular that was with your last group and why you think it's important?
Okay, sorry about that delay. It wasn't part of our last group for Isagenix group, but we'd done it another in our group, that our workout group. And in the workout group, we got crazy. I mean, everybody loved it. It was the most engagement interaction we'd had with anything. So Tammy and I had just reviewed Facebook, incorporate more Facebook Lives, yada, yada, yada. And in it, it just said, just be engaging, be interacting, be connecting. So this doesn't, if you're a person who's actually anti-exercise, that you can't talk your other 2 people into doing it. But I'm going to incorporate my kids. I'm going to incorporate, if I can, my husband. I work it like that and make it fun. So just be as, I don't know, I guess imaginative you can be with, just have fun. The whole goal is, because we were talking about, we don't want more than 2 posts a day, people engage. What we found is when people are so busy in engagement. So if we support each other, then the other reason we'll have 3 to a group. So say, for example, Melissa, Heather, and Nicoletta are a group for Sunday. If more like, hey, I just posted in her thread or to our thread, then we support it. Or if, let's say, Melissa's supposed to post that morning and something crazy happened, she asked to, hey, have that. That's why it's a group of 3, to create less stress for us individually, but to also how we had the connections with Melissa. I mean, I love to connect with Emily and connecting with Alicia. We're learning so much from each other. So that's another reason for the group of 3. Learn from those who are in your group. For the X challenge, it's nothing too crazy, but it's going to be build. Like the first week will be a plank for a minute. Who does that? The next week will be the first and the second minute, it'll be another exercise. And we'll be consistent with that. And then the third week, we'll build again. So it'll be 1 minute plank, 1 minute the second exercise, 1 minute the third exercise. And like I said, get your little ones. Melissa could be so much fun with Walker. I mean, he'd have a blast with that, you know? So
Yes.
just have a blast at it. Because this is a part, my whole family's using Isagenix. So, I mean, like, just have fun with it. I don't want this to be stressful for anyone. I just wanted, because what now we're trying to research and it's more about engagement at this stage of the game, and education engagement than product. So anyway, have fun with it.
Perfect. Well, and I think it creates a little bit of community and to your point, Jennifer, just fun. So, I'm going to recap. Don't get overwhelmed with everything we're reviewing, because I'm going to recap at the end, like 3 or 4 bullets of action items for you guys moving forward. And you'll all have access to the spreadsheet. So I'm just giving you a broad overview right now. So we're going to launch an IsaBody Challenge raffle. And then we're also towards the end of the 30-day challenge, the last day. We're going to challenge people to post their picture and their story and their success about life before and after Isagenix. We're going to select a winner. And I'm going to probably gift them with a shaker cup full of goodies as well. And Jennifer and Tammy and Christina, Melva, and Stacy and I discussed what a great idea to then challenge people to go share that story that they just shared within the smaller group publicly on their page as an opportunity to really share with the world this gift of health and move forward with their auto ship, getting it paid for free, to eat for free. So it's a great way to move people forward to consultant status and to begin to share. And so that's just a little bit of the fun stuff we have kind of intertwined. Know that we have the cleanse days mapped out, and we're going to do some education around those before people cleanse. Let me just go ahead and go to the actual content. Don't let my spreadsheet blow your head when you see it, because it's really busy. And let's see. Hang on just a second. All right, can you guys see my spreadsheet? Somebody nod your head.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, guys. So this is how it's laid out. We're going to give you all access to this after the call tonight. And this is why Stacy and Melva and Jennifer and Christine and Jennifer and I were on a call for God knows how long on Friday putting this all together. And again, a lot of this just falls right back to what we're duplicating what Jennifer and Tammy had done in the past. So what I want you to pay close attention to is in the building up of this event. It's all about the before and afters in the story. So you can see I have days over here on the left. I started to get lazy. I never finished, but you can see January. You start in December and we get down to January 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all the way up to the actual challenge beginning, right? What you can see is that on each day, someone is assigned to post their transformation photo and share their story. And you can share it by just typing it up. You can go look at mine if you want. You guys have already told it via Insta stories. You've told it Facebook Live. You've typed it up and posted it before. What was life like before Isagenix? What is life like now? It doesn't have to be a dramatic before and after photo. If you don't have a before and after dramatic photo, but it's something that happened within you, share that, write it up, and post it. But you can see each day over here to the right, a different person is responsible. So tonight was my day. So you'll see I've already put my post in there. I'm going to challenge you even a little bit more. If you go back to the Run With Me thread, I posted the new corporate term, results, not resolutions, visual. And get creative and comfortable with the collages, the photo collages, and try to create a collage similar to what Christine Manukin and I and Stacy Matsuoka have already posted in the Run With Me page. If you do have a visual of the before and after, I don't want to overcomplicate this for you guys, but I have this like grand idea in the long term. If you can put your before and after together in that collage and put the photo underneath results versus resolutions tagline that you'll see in the Run With Me thread, if each of us uses that consistently in our post, the thing I'm going to challenge you to do is not just post in this private page on your day. So like tomorrow, it's Tammy's turn. Instead of her just posting in her private page tomorrow, I'm going to challenge her to take that same post and put it out publicly. So you guys are killing two birds with one stone each day. And when you do it, put that visual of the New Year's, of the results versus resolutions on the bottom so that everybody's is similar. And my vision is I'm going to collect all of them by the end when we get down to day 12. And I'm going to create a huge collage of everybody's photos in one visual of like these 12 different photos with the before and after in the resolution photo underneath, results versus resolution. Okay, so two things I want to bring to your attention. One is your name and assignment for before and after is over here to the right. If for any reason you don't feel like you're going to be able to do it, just let us know ahead of time so we can fill the gap. On the 2nd of January, I am going to be doing a Facebook Live on the 30-day challenge and what to expect. So I'm going to post some verbiage tonight for you guys on inviting folks to come into our page and letting them know the day that we're going to go live with an overview so they can learn. And then Stacy is also going to do a live on the 9th. Same content, just a different speaker. So it's going to allow an opportunity as we funnel people in, another chance to see a Facebook Live and talk about the overview, okay? Also up here, you can see on the 30th, which is next Sunday, we'll already be kind of feeding this page, but that's when we'll have an overall team call next Sunday to get everyone on board with what we're doing and to begin recruiting. Okay. And then we hit the launch day of the program. So what I want you to see down here, and I'm going to let Jennifer walk you through the categories, but what you see down here is when we hit day 13, we technically aren't starting till Monday, but I thought we could still stick with the setup for success on Sunday in the Facebook feed. This is where your groups of 3 are important. Okay, if you look over here to the right, under assigned leaders, there's 3 leaders each day, Monday through Sunday. So on Sunday, the 3 of us are Nicoletta, Heather Fry, and Melissa. We are a group of 3. It'll be our responsibility every Monday to be focused on posting in that page. There only has to be 2 posts, and there's 3 of us, okay? So we get to take turns posting.
Every Sunday.
Right. Did I say Monday? Every Sunday. So once a week. So our suggestion is that you guys get together on a Facebook thread to determine who's going to post when. Jennifer's given you some guidance up here on the time frames, 6:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m., 11:30 to 1. I don't know where that 12 came from. Or 7 to 9, okay? So you guys can work together on when you're going to post. And this content doesn't have to be specifically from you. One of the things I want to highlight here is that you can pull content from your teammates, especially if you're in charge of a transformation day like Tuesday. You're not going to want to post your own transformation every Tuesday. You're going to want to pull from the rest of the team. And you can pull content from the Ramp Effect. You can pull content from Get Fit. You can pull content from other 30-day challenges that you've been a part of. Don't recreate the wheel. If you've got some good information, pull it and plug it in, okay? I'm going to turn it over to you, Jennifer, to walk everybody through the categories each day. So we'll start with Sunday. Can you start with Sunday and just kind of walk people through what that looks like? Like the category and what it means?
Yeah, what we recently did was kind of a Setup for Success Sunday, with meal planning, with highlights. Melissa's going to get a little product highlight in there. Heather Fry did a wonderful job with meal planning, and then you can have snack suggestion ideas to get every mindset right on Sunday so that they're set up and know, oh, these are simple ways I can get set up so I can make this successful week.
Mm-hmm.
And then Monday with motivation is just, everybody got set up. Now Monday, let's motivate everybody to stick to it and support them through it. And Mondays are typically some of our toughest days at the beginning of the week. And then Transformation Tuesday, Christine was excited about this. She's pulling information from Isagenix because they're doing a really wonderful job. And she has some good IsaBody challenge stuff of herself there, but she's excited to get that going. And when we talked about having 2 posts a day, I want to do those live because we're trying to just create interest. But those are the highlighted times of the day that Tammy had looked up to see what the best times were, and that was them. You're going to get the most people seeing it, most action on Facebook at that time. So try to utilize the best. Then wellness, that's wide open. So Tammy and Louisa and Carol are going to have fun with that. That could be a whole plethora of any of information that's wellness. But again, 2 posts a day, and get as creative with that or as not creative as you want, but just make it something strong and positive. And then Full Thursday, Dawn is naturally one who's very expresses just thankful when you see her posts. She's got a couple other people I think they'll do fabulous. It's just kind of staying positive, staying connected and engaging. Something else that we've done well with is the new posting where you can ask a question, like a poll. Those are fun. So if people just mix it up. And then Fabulous Friday, Stacy, she likes to do Facebook Live. She does a really wonderful job. So I'm sure she'll incorporate some of those in the mix, but just have fun with it. And then Science Saturday, Melva does an incredible job at sharing the science aspect of everything. One positive thing, in addition to that, Melva is going to share some IT stuff with us periodically through our group, just so we can help each other. Like I said, when we have these people, try to learn from the people in your group. And then some of them, like Melva, are going to try to help us with some IT savvy stuff along the way. So basically, that's what it is. It's a lot of those areas are wide open. And then again, we're going to have that nightly Facebook Live, which is if it's family, if it's a good friend, whoever, that we're going to do the exercise. And we're going to do that. I don't know if we highlighted the time on that. We were planning to do that at 8:30 because the calls start at 8:45. Mm-hmm. Is that right, Melissa?
Yep, that's a great point. Yeah. Yeah. So, and I think, Jennifer's going to tee off the movement every Sunday at 8:30 before our team call as a Facebook Live. And then the goal is then each group the following day, one of the 3 within the group needs to lead that same movement via Facebook Live to create engagement on the page. So what'll be important for each of you that's on the call tonight is to go ahead, if there's more than one of you in your group of 3 on the call tonight, work together, but go ahead and create a messenger thread between the 3 of you. And the great thing is you guys have plenty of time to start planning and agreeing on, who's responsible for what on different days. But you guys can see, even though it looks on our end like we put a lot of work into designing who does what, on the back end, all of us are just doing a little bit. If we can all commit just a little bit, the page is going to be really active and it's going to be highly supported from this incredible team. So, create your thread with your group of 3 and circle back with them if they're not on the call today to kind of get them up to speed and communicate with them. One of the things you guys will see that's going to overlay in the timeline with what you're doing. So I don't have your names each week. I just have them in the first week, or maybe I did put you in each week. Oh, I did. I went back and cleaned it up. Okay. So you'll be able to easily see when it's your day and what your content is. But you'll see what's going to coincide with that is some of the stuff that Jennifer and Tammy and I are going to be doing on the sidelines to also support. So I'll be making a post around the IsaBody Challenge in the first week, and then the following week we'll be doing a Facebook Live raffle, and then we'll challenge them to share. Today's a great day to share post, and then at the end, or we might move that to the end, right? We haven't ironed out the details on that. I think we'll probably challenge them a week before the challenge is over, and then pick a best share at the end. The only other thing that I didn't highlight that I think will be important that Jennifer and Tammy came up with is on your day to post. There are some great hashtags. No matter which day you post, make sure to put in your post the hashtag New Beginnings, No Excuses. And then depending on the day, like for us on Sundays, we're also going to put the hashtag Success. If your day is Monday, you're going to put the hashtag Motivation. If your day is Tuesday, you're going to put the hashtag Transformation, and so on down the line. And we can remind you of that as we go along. So this is kind of the flow. I want to pull up my notes for a second. Make sure I didn't miss anything because I wanted a recap for you guys. So this is what I have as far as a recap. And then I think Jennifer and Tammy, I want you guys to add anything, and then let's open it up for questions. But the recap I have is go ahead and drop your email address in the Facebook Messenger thread for the New Beginnings challenge that we have created for you guys that you're all on, to make sure you all have access to this Google document. So you can go back and see the second call to action, which is you have two responsibilities. One is just to share your before and after story and find which day you're assigned in the next 12 days. And the other is to go see which day of the week and which topic you're participating in, and go ahead and set up a Facebook Messenger thread with those three people that you're co-leading with. You're all going to have some great ideas and some great content to pull from. I'm going to challenge you if you need a little bit more guidance around the topic, if you need a little bit more steering in the right direction, reach out to Tammy or Jennifer, because these are their topics that they've used in the past that have been really successful, and they might be able to steer you in the right way. Be aware of the hashtags. So that's the other kind of call to action. Be aware of the hashtags depending on your day. And keep your eyes peeled for some messaging, because we are going to be the stewards of this program because we're the first ones to launch it. The messaging and actually taking action and inviting people to join is going to be critical. I have seen where people have spent so much time on the logistics of these 3-day challenges that they forget to recruit. They're so busy like just doing what they want to do to make it perfect, and they're not out there putting people in it. So socializing this through direct messaging, but also I know Tammy and Stacy and Christine are working on some more visuals for us to promote. Incorporate promoting this 30-day challenge into your social media activity weekly. And so you can start by leaning on this first visual that we have. I think another great way for you to promote it is your own before and after, and then the resolution, the results not resolutions photo would be phenomenal for you to make your own post. But more importantly, guys, talk to people, reach out to them. Don't just message them, but call them, leave them voiceovers, share with them your excitement for what we're about to do, and leverage what corporate is offering and kind of overlaying with this. So my call to action when we get off the phone is going to be to put some verbiage together for you guys on some direct messaging. And keep in mind that people, most likely, if you add them to this Facebook group, they're going to have to go in and accept being added to the group. And so in your verbiage, you're going to need to let them know that. It's very similar to the Get Fet and the Get Free pages these days, where people, you can't just dump them into pages. You've got to let them know that you've added them to a page, and that if they'd like to join, they need to accept. Okay, so that I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm going to let Jennifer, Tammy, what did I miss that you want to add?
You really missed it, but I tie it together on that hashtag results, not resolutions. I don't know if it was Christine or Melva. They both suggested that we use that every day also.
Mm-hmm.
And promote that along. That's one of the themes that we're promoting throughout our 30 days. Results, not resolutions. So going along with what Isagen already done, Alyssa said to recreate the wheel. The Isagenix has some really good information too, and we can pull that. I even get a quote every day. It's pretty amazing. So just use it.
Yep. Absolutely.
Tammy,
Tammy, Stacy, I don't know. Who else? Do you guys have anything to add? No? Okay.
We had one suggestion that I thought was Tammy had a good, go ahead.
What's so important?
Sorry, Tammy, you're coming in and out, hon. We can't hear you. Maybe type it in the comment section. Type what you're saying maybe in the comment section, because we can't hear you. Meanwhile, I'm going to look at the comment section. Canva is a great app to use, or any collage app. Small groups are a great place to practice Facebook Lives. So true. And thank you for giving us examples. Which one? New beginnings, no excuses. Are you talking about the hashtag, Louisa? Yeah, we were thinking the hashtag new beginnings, no excuses is a great hashtag to be using throughout the month, but then also results, not resolutions. And then the third hashtag would coincide with the day of the week that you're responsible for. Is it motivation? Is it transformation? Is it science? Right? So maybe the flow would be hashtag new beginnings, no excuses, hashtag results, not resolutions, hashtag motivation, or hashtag science, depending on your week. Does that make sense? And I'm not as going to be wrapped around the axle if you miss a hashtag versus missing the actual content that you post. Okay, perfect. You guys, this can be huge. It's what we make of it, and it's what we recruit of it. If we all wait until the last minute and try to recruit and dump people in, it's not going to be as successful, which is why we are so ahead of the ball game right now. You're probably scratching your head like, this doesn't start till the 14th. But the point is, we want to funnel in people and create hype. Everybody's about to peace out for the next week. And then they're going to come back. And we didn't want to put this plan together after we got back. But we also have New Year's kickoff, and we didn't want to launch this in the middle of New Year's kickoff because we're all going to be adminning and supporting this. And quite honestly, can you guys hear me? It's saying I'm unstable. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, okay. The reality is a lot of the New Year's resolution programs that start the first week of January don't give people enough time to commit and order their boxes and get ready to get started. And people end up not signing up because they think they missed the boat. This gives people a good 2 weeks to get settled into the new year, gives you a good 2 weeks to recruit and make sure people have their boxes ordered by the Friday before and they're ready to go. But it's important. And that's why in our accountability groups, I assigned you guys last week to get into Asana or some other organizational tool where you've got your prospects organized. And when I started doing that, I got a huge list of people who are fence sitters and went ghost on me around Thanksgiving with the cyber and the black promos. And now I have all of those sitting there, and I'm going to create some messaging to go reach out to them. And guys, we have 10% off until the 31st of this month. So there's no need to wait to message people till the new year. I think I gave some messaging example in our group Facebook page the other day to go ahead, layer all of it on. Right now they can get 10% off, get folded into our 30-day program, and get all the support from the company and get guaranteed 30 days, 10-pound weight loss or their money back. There's so much layered on together that we can message to people. So hopefully that makes sense. And, if you guys can commit to inviting 5 people a day starting tomorrow to take a look, to come into the Facebook page and join, you're going to see tremendous success on the back end. If you wait until a couple days before the event, you're going to be frustrated that you're in charge of adminning a group that you don't have anyone in there that you've prospected. I want you guys to all be super excited to be adminning and supporting this page, because you've got people that you recruited that are in there for their first 30 days and are going to get to see your face talking about your story and your belief. And that's what's important. And you're going to be a lot more committed to this, and you're going to have a lot more fun with it if you've got people in there that you've brought in. And that's why we're making it a small group. All right, guys, what questions do we have from the larger group? I know it's 9:30. We're like, well, we're 2 minutes from 9:30, so we're on time. We've got 2 minutes for questions, feedback, anything you guys have seen that you want to add, thoughts out there.
I'm going to try to talk again.
Okay.
Maybe. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I was going to tell everybody, for this to be successful, everybody needs to like and comment when, sometime throughout the day. Let's go in and like and comment. So important. And like Jennifer had said, we just have to stay engaged. It's very important too.
Yep. And what we can do is, it'll just be temporary, guys, because I know I, for one, don't like having a ton of messenger threads, but we can temporarily keep the messenger thread we have for this particular group through the next 45 days that we have this going. To your point, Tammy, as people post, we can just put it in there that we've just posted. So you guys know I've already posted my transformation photo for today. Feel free to go in there and make a comment. Most of you, I haven't put anyone in there yet. I haven't actually started to funnel prospects into the page yet. I wanted to get us to have a couple of transformation photos in there. I'm going to build out a welcome message to pin to the top. And so as we begin to feed it with content, let us know that you're dropping it in there. It's your day. I'm not sure who's tomorrow. When you load in your transformation photo, let us know you've done it. Okay? And if you put someone new in there, one of the things I like that we've done in the past is when you put a prospect in there and they decide to get started and they order their pack, I love for you guys to welcome them in the group, because then the other folks who've been funneled in but haven't bought their pack yet are seeing the hype of other people who, help me welcome Betty Sue. She just bought our favorite best pack, the value pack. She's ready to get started, blah, 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 blah. Go into our little messenger group and let us know, hey, I've got a new enrollment. She just got a pack. Go in there and welcome her and give it a lot of love. And then the rest of your prospects are going to potentially see that in their feed, if they haven't pulled the trigger yet to get their pack. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. All right, guys. Well, it's a wrap. I'm going to work on some messaging. And then I'll put it out there for you guys. And then I'm going to get to wrapping some Christmas presents. I hope you guys have an amazing holiday break. I am forever grateful for each and every one of you. There's not a day that doesn't go by that I am not immensely grateful for being able to work on my terms. And I know that it couldn't happen without the team effort. So I'm excited to see who rises up this year. I've said it before, but I see your faces now. There's many potential 3-stars on the line tonight, and I can't wait to see you guys grow and shine this year with your commitment and engagement. It's going to happen. It's my dream to see more of you on the other side where I am, because it's not a dream, it's a reality, and it can be your reality. Okay. That's it. You guys have a good evening. I'm going to work on some messaging. Let us know if for some reason you're not on the Facebook group. I think you're all added, but let us know if you find that you're not in there. Also, I know some of you hadn't fully committed. Like I know Jenny, you weren't quite sure after the overview today. Just circle back with me. Let me know your thoughts on participating or not. Totally cool either way. Does not matter. You're not going to hurt my feelings if you're already got, your hands, you're knee deep in something else. We just need to know from an organizational standpoint for posting and content. All right. All right, guys. Have a wonderful evening.